Hello and welcome guys back to another video, and in this video I decided to talk about loops, so let's just talk about them. Now I wasn't making videos for quite a long time, maybe a week, so sorry for that, because I was enjoying my holidays in Delhi and it was kind of like I just finished up with my board examination, so I was gonna chill out for some time. Sorry for that if just reminded you. So let's get up with loops. Now, I'm going to tell you that loops are basically seen as things that make you do things again and again. But for me, that is not just a single definition for a loop. For me, loops are something that even make you traverse through something. That's like, it makes you move through something. So, I'm going to tell you what is that something and how you will move through it. So, to talk about this something, I want to first talk about something called a range function. This function is really important because it is very common in Python, so let's just talk about it first. Now, let's just say that I take a variable x and I use the range function and I specify a value 100 in it. Now, what this range function does is that it makes a range from 0 to 100. That is, it will give you numbers from 0 to 99. What that means is that it is going to contain 0, 1 to 3, blah, 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 and 99. It's not going to have 100. Mind it, it's not going to have 100. It's going to take you till 100, but it's not going to have 100. It's going to go till 100 minus 1, and it's going to take you till 100, till 100. That kind of makes sense. Till 100 means like, up to it, but not it. Mind it, but not it. Cool. Now, range is something that is recognized by for loops, or basically loops. So range was also made to be used by loops, but I'm just trying to explain to you what the range function does. So if I take this variable x, I cannot actually print this range if I keep it over range. So I need to convert it into a list to see it on my screen when I print it. So I'll just convert it into a list, and for doing that you simply typecast it, and this is how you typecast in Python. What does typecast means? Of course, like typecasting means you're converting a data type into another data type, or a thing into another thing, basically. So here we are converting a range into a list. So what I'll just do is I'll take kind of a function list, and I'll put that range thing inside it, and it's going to convert this range into a list. So that's what I did. Cool. Now I'll print it, so you're going to see a range from 0 to 100. So let's just do that. I'll run cmd and go to desktop where I've saved this file. It's loop.py, so loop.py. Okay, so there it is. It is from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, blah, 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 99. Cool. Now, what you could do is you could traverse through this thing, and that is going to make kind of a loop for you that is going to go again and again. So that is what it is. So we'll do something. We'll take a loop that is a for. For is a kind of loop. You even have while loops and, do while, many types of loops. Now, you take this for loop, and you take something that is gonna move through this thing that we just created, which is x, which is range. So what I'll do is I'll take that variable to be I, and I'll say you go inside of this x, and it's gonna go inside of this x. Now I told you that range is made for a loop, so you don't actually need to convert that range into a list. It's not needed, and it's costly. It takes a little bit of space and even time. So we need not convert it into a list. We simply need to specify the range in it. So I'll just specify the range in it, and I'll call it 100. Then we also don't need this line, so I'll just remove it. Cool. And I'm gonna put a colon in here, and then I'm inside this loop. Now you saw that Sublime automatically created an indentation for me. Now, due to that indentation, basically that indentation is specifying that you're inside the loop. Now, it's compulsory to put the indentation in Python, because you don't have braces or any kind of that thing like you have in Java and other programming languages. You have indentation in Python. So we just put the indentation. Sublime automatically did that for me, so it's cool. If you're using something like Notepad, please do specify the indentation. Now I'll print I. So you're gonna see that all the numbers from 0 to 99, that is 0, 1 to 3, blah blah blah, 99, is gonna be printed in separate lines. So that is what the loop is doing. It's taking you inside this range and printing those elements to which this I is going one by one in separate lines. Cool. So we'll just do it. We'll save this file, open CMD, run it. So you saw that. That's simple, you know, it's so simple. That is how you create a loop. Now, it is not that you only can go inside a range. You can go inside anything that has more than one element. Like, yeah, I could go inside anything. So let's just say that you have a list. So I'll call it list X, and I'll take 1, 2, 3, 4 inside it. These are more than one element. So what I'll do is I'll specify this X in here, and now you're gonna see it's gonna go inside this X, and it's gonna go over to 1, then store that 1 inside of I, pin it, then again go to 2, store that 2 inside of I, pin it, and like this, it's gonna go to X. Cool, so I'll just run this, and there it is. So cool, printed 1, 2, 3, 4. That is what is a loop. Now, this is basically a simple loop. Now I want to talk to you about nested loops, because that is what we're going to be using in a project also, and it's important. It's kind of used a lot of times, but if you're programming something like an algorithm, please don't try to do that, because it creates a complexity of n squared. Well, I'm talking about that. Please don't even mess with that. I'll talk to you about complexity in some other video, but you know, we use it. Cool. So what we just do is, when we're at a step, what do I mean by a step? Well, when you're traversing through a list or through anything, you're basically, you know, when I is storing the value of I, it's one step, then it goes ahead to another iteration. Iterations are the steps that I'm talking about. You know, it's a technical term for step that are inside a loop, that are, you know, executed inside a loop. So when I is having 1, it's the first iteration. When I is having 2, it's the second iteration. Then it goes on like that. Now you're having 4 iterations inside of this loop, because it is having 1, 2, 3, 4 elements. So that is good. Now, what if I run a loop at each and every iteration? What I'm doing is like, I'm doing something again and again, and then in a particular step of that thing that I'm doing again and again, I'm gonna do something again and again. So it's like, you know, you're like, let me think of an example. Like, you're stepping again and again like this. You're stepping again and again, and at a step that you did like this, you do like this. So you like this. So with a particular iteration, you're doing this also. So let's say you do this thing for 5 times, and for each and every step of this. So let's say 1, and this is gonna happen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kind of like I'm stabbing something, but you know, I'm trying to explain you. So that is what it is. For a particular step, you're doing something again and again, then again and again. So that is what is basically a nested loop. So what I'll do is, at a particular step in this I, in this loop that I just made for I in X, I'm gonna run a loop again. So I'll just say for G in, you know, you need to have different variables. You cannot always have I, because it's gonna mess up, you know, create a confusion for the program. So I'll just use G, and I'll say you're in the range, let's say 10. So now it's gonna print from 0 to 9 4 times, you know, for each and every single step. When I is 1, it's the first step. So for it, it's gonna print 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then again 4 times. So let's just see if it prints. Now I need to also print inside, so that it prints. So I'll print G, which is going to store these values. You know, I told you whenever something is going through some element which we specify before in, goes through something, it stores whatever is inside it at each and every single step. So we'll just print G, so it's going to print out all the things that you know, are present in the range of 0 to 9. Cool. So I'll run this, save this, run this, and boom, there it is. So you just see no, over here. It's printing from 0 to 9 again. Oh, what is this? Kind of like, what is this? I'll just run it again. Okay, I kind of like, I did something. I don't know, what did I do? Okay, so here you could see there are from 0 to 9, and then again from 0 to 9, then again from 0 to 9, and then for the last time 0 to 9. Okay, over here. Cool. So this printed it for 4 times, and that is what it is. So this ends us with this tutorial. Thanks for watching, and hit the subscribe button, guys. Yeah, give me a like and put my channel like, please. I really want to grow my channel, so help me in doing that. Okay, thanks for watching. Goodbye. Peace.